Talks. This is my ongoing Spiritual Tools for Everyday Living series. And several weeks ago, I had started off this series with sharing a healing session that I had received. But it's only been days after that I realized that my healing session didn't actually start with Lee Marie whenever she contacted me. It had actually started about 3 days earlier. And this is such a good story because I was talking with my friend Frosty and you know, I was like, yeah, I sure wish I could get rid of this fear that's in me. And, you know, I'm getting so tired of it and blah, blah, blah. And this is how I was talking about it. I really was just like fed up and I was more like whining is what I was doing. And she said to me, you know, maybe sometimes we just have to scream to the universe, enough is enough. And when she said that to me, I was like, oh my God, you are so right. And it reminded me of the day when I found my sword within. And this is another great story. So this is when I had a care home and I had like 13 people living in the house, plus I had clients on the outside of the home. And I was pretty much nonstop. Okay, and I had just walked in the door from being with someone at the hospital, and I got the message as soon as I walked in the door that so-and-so had just had a stroke. He's at the hospital, and I've got to get over there quick. Okay, so on the drive over there, I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to handle all this? I mean, I knew I was getting ready to walk into a serious condition and something that was going to take a while to recover from. And I just knew it was a mess. And I was just beside myself. And I'm asking the universe, how am I ever going to get through this? How am I going to make it through this next phase? And so I drive up to the hospital. I get out of the car. And I put my keys in my purse. And when I pulled my hand out, as clear as a bell, I heard my sword leaving its carrying case. I heard it even to the point that when it left, there was this continuing little ring. It was the most incredible and clear sound that I've ever heard. And what that sound did was bring back or remind me of the courage and the strength that I have within me already. Okay. And when I was walking into that hospital, knowing what I was about to see, I had everything it took to get through that entire phase. Okay. That sword has been with me all along. Okay. But in the fashion of universal playfulness and in my world of magic, I was given that sound which brought to the surface all the strength and courage I need. And that was the moment that I said, all right, enough is enough. I need to get rid of this fear now. Please send me a healer now. Okay. That's how that whole healing thing started. And what's so funny is that, okay, soon as I started remembering about my sword, I had to go paint it right away because that was the beginning of this whole healing series. And so I started working on it for a few days. And then Frosty, the same one who reminded me that I needed to use my sword, has got a flu, and she's laying in bed for days and days and just like, oh, I can't believe I'm sick. I never get sick. You know, she's got the ascension symptoms just like everyone else. And day after day, it's day 6 and I've still got it. It's day 7 and I still got it. I said, so that morning, I said, how you feeling? She says, oh, I'm not feeling very good. And so I sent her a picture of this painting. And she says, you know, you're right. This is exactly what I need to do. Well, needless to say, she's feeling much better now. She had to get the strength and courage back. She needed to get serious about letting go of these flu symptoms and get back into living again. Oh my God, it's just so amazing how it just cycles and we just help each other, one after the other after the other. You know, this sword was my gift. This was my magical way to regain my courage and my strength to get through what has been given to me. And I know that we're all given exactly what we need for whatever reason. And so maybe if you can find in your own way, maybe you can ask, maybe you can say enough is enough and I need to cut through the darkness of my life. I need to cut through and let the light shine. That's what we're doing, even with our bodies right now with these ascension symptoms. All we're doing is cutting out that dark, cutting off the crust and letting our light shine. We already are the light. It's the dark, it's the crust that's covering it. So, you know, maybe you need to get serious. Maybe if you've got something that's lagging on, maybe enough is enough. Get your mighty sword out, cut through that darkness, and let's all be the light. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this is helpful. From my heart to yours, namaste.